The one that aired last night, I looked for Bigfoot. That was the later one that aired. I really did go into the Pacific Northwest with infrared gear, and we kind of found something. You know, there were howling people. They go up, they get pretty wasted, and go look for Bigfoot.
And go look for Bigfoot. But were there any signs of Bigfoot?
My whole theory on it is that he has a tiny penis, and that he has big feet. If you have big feet, they assume your penis is gigantic,
and
that
he's
you
just
can't
embarrassed.
He's embarrassed, so he's in hiding.
So he hides.
But then they say there's women and teenager Sasquatches, so I guess they're all embarrassed by their penises.
Yeah, they would have to be like
even the women.
A bunch of different sizes.
Well, the females will be Sasquatches.
They're afraid of their late night queefing.
Hey, obviously there's kooks wherever you go, but do they believe in general?
That's racist, dude.
Do they believe in general? In the Pacific Northwest, do they believe in general that there might be a Bigfoot thing happening?
The people that I
Not
talked
just the
to,
kooks.
well, you saw the thing, so I can tell you that in the beginning we interviewed some Native Americans and from that area, and they really said that they're people, that we've seen them, and they were telling me stuff off camera that they've seen them mating with. There's folklore stories of them mating with people, with humans.
Did they mention that when they were in a
really?
fucking in a peyote fucking induced? They're like one of those hot things where they sweat for 3 days.
Sweat lodge.
Yeah, sweat lodge, and they see spirits.
Dream Quest. No, they're not dropping shrooms.
They handed over Manhattan for $8 in a fucking shiny thing.
but maybe if Bigfoot exists, they can make a couple bucks.
But our problem is they've never found one. They've never found a dead one.
They found
No,
one
they
last
haven't.
year, but it was actually
Well,
just
was
a
it?
pig in a Bigfoot costume.
it was at Soup Plantation.
Yeah.
I was with them, and as we're driving past the lake, the guy goes, "Oh, the Loch Ness Monster's in there." I'm like, "Wait a second, don't give me, you know,
How good is the weed up there?
where's Magic Bob hiding?"
Is that their little jokes? Like,
Well,
look,
I'll
we
be
got
honest.
a sense of humor
I'll
about
be really honest about it, because they're maybe listening. They're really funny guys. Like
Yeah.
a few of them.
They're
really,
characters.
I liked them.
I like
really
the-
did.
I
There's
like
a guy
the
named
episode.
Bobo, really funny guy.
We have a Bobo on this show, so I laughed when I saw
the
your
Bobo in the
Bobo.
Pacific Northwest was like, "I used to fucking hate you, man. Your comedy sucked. Now I like you." I'm like, "Wow, that's a." Am I still complicated?
Yeah.
Complimented?
Yeah, was that a backhanded
It
compliment?
was kind of, but then
Just an
he
insult?
told me how much he loved Sam Kinison, and we went off on that for a while. So I don't know.
You should use this line I use. I'll say to somebody, "Yeah, tell me how you really feel."
Oh,
This
jeez.
is when someone goes,
That'll get them.
they'll go, "I saw you last night." You'll have been on TV. They'll go, "I saw you last night," and then they don't
Yeah.
say anything.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, that's an insult.
And it's like, "What? Yes, thanks.
Yeah, saw ya.
I saw you."
So you went
Thank
deep.
you.
You went deep into the woods
went
and
very-
camped out.
Yeah, we did. And with
try to
infrared
find a
gear,
Bigfoot.
and then we went back. We went back in the afternoon. We dropped down salmon and apples and donuts. This dude.
I want to
said-
talk about that. I
He
wasn't sure
likes-
what you want to talk about with the episodes. They baited the trap for Bigfoot.
Right.
And they went to the local, I don't know, like fucking 7-Eleven,
How
whatever
do
it's
they know
called
what
up there.
Bigfoot's
Market.
like?
And there was donuts, salmon, and apples or
And
something.
I asked
right?
if Bigfoot is a Jew, and he said, absolutely not. And then we left it, and we went back at 2 a.m. with infrared shit. And I was scared to go back, because then you thought bears, you thought of other animals.
Yes,
that could just
forget
attack
about
you.
Bigfoot. How about
Yeah.
the
How about
bears?
something
and-
real?
Things
About the
that
real
could really
animals.
kill you
You're
out
out, you're
there.
out there with a
Angry
Sony recorder. You know what would have been great if what attracts Bigfoot is scat porn. Like if that's what finally got him
Well,
there.
a guy farted into a parabolic mic, and I said, "What if that is what attracts him?"
Yeah, that's like a
but-
sonar sound. That
How is it
picks
with
up.
It is so.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Oh, I'm just going to leave this here. Okay.
Freaking Dead Sea Scrolls. And then next Tuesday, just to finish this up, so you don't have to do it all day, because you're overly gracious to me always. Is next Tuesday I join a frat at Cornell on A&E. That's the first one. I joined a
Marshmallows
frat.
up the ass?
All the way with a skewer. Happy
right.
birthday to me.
Ah.
It was,
Did they haze
seal and
you?
serpent. A little bit of hazing.
Little date rape?
Yeah, a little date rape. I raped myself.
Little homoerotic activity?
I
bit?
poked a hole in the
Rats,
Bed Bath and Beyond.
And you're a
toga.
brother.
Frats
High
are a
five.
little-
And then and then the second one I joined wrestling. Lucha Libre wrestling.
Oh, the Mexican?
Yeah, the hooded stuff, and
Sure.
I spoke phonetic Spanish off of cards, and I did backyard wrestling and Dragon Gate, and we had Roddy Piper come on, and he's cool.
The show is really good, Bob.
I hope so. I worked hard on it.
Did
so I
the
hope
bike
people like it.
episode air last night?
Yeah, it did.
Joining the biker gang?
It did.
That was scary.
It really was. It was.
What were
you know, I
they
was-
called? The Iron
Order, and they're
Iron
a
Order.
big organization. I did the Warner Theater in Washington a couple months ago. 100 of them came strong to it, and they brought their bikes. So people were a little bit skeptical.
Jesus.
And
Oh,
I
the
came out
bikers
on
came?
stage, yeah.
And Bob-
and I said, "Who the fuck are we?" And they went, "Iron fucking Order." And the audience was like, Okay.
It's like what now? What is Bob doing now?
They're my friends. I'm sidecar. They named me sidecar.
He was in a sidecar riding with these guys. How many days did you spend with
5.
5 days with the biker gang?
Every episode's 60 hours of shooting. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It's fun though, you know.
Yeah.
And he was in a sidecar for many hours on the road.
That's a cool shot, actually.
With the biker gang.
That's taken out with your iPhone, right?
No, that was taken by the A&E guy. But I showed footage from my iPhone.
Bob, it's the poster to the fucking show.
Yeah, it says
Bob, he's laughing at
it
you,
says
Jimmy.
Bob does America one culture at a time. Is that from your iPhone? My iPhone does
it's the promotional
graphics.
poster.
Yeah,
My iPhones do billboards.
It's the new professional PR app.
My head is airbrushed.
I do want to say, I said it off air and I want to say it on air because I think it's kind of important. The biker episode, what I liked about it, I mean, Bob Saget is hilarious and the jokes are there in this show, but in the biker episode, it got real serious and I saw you break down. You were crying.
I was pissed at myself in editing. I would just go.
You're like, fuck, why did I cry through this?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
It was pretty intense.
It was real though. I mean,
if the episode aired, we could talk about it.
Yeah, the kid lost his. Not his dad, but like his dad. I mean, he was very close to this guy, his uncle, basically. And I go and meet this kid, Lil Killer, and I get concerned when you put kids on TV because I've just had a weird career anyway, and I want people to be okay and not ruin kids' lives. And this kid just watched himself on TV, crying and bawling, and just saying, you know, he's in a better place now, and I loved him.
Well, you went to the memorial for the guy who was killed by a drunk driver, by the way.
There was someone else in the organization that we lost too, like after we shot. So they actually told me about it. My producers, we keep in touch with the different people that we've been doing our things with because we're not out to haze anybody or to lower people and to make people, you know, we're not there to deify people either, but we're not there to go out and go, hey, look at these morons. You know, we're just trying to show it, have some fun with it, and get to know.
You
do both. You do everything. You go all over the place. I hear you guys go. All right, I'm telling you what you do. Let me come on as a guest and tell you what you've done for 57 years.
Could you please? I have no idea.
You guys are sometimes very thoughtful. Here's a book.
Thank you. It's a very lovely gift. Take this, fat
I bought you this Encyclopedia Britannica collection.
Are you nervous that the biker gang's going to call you up and say, hey, Bob, we're going to be doing something and we need your help.
I do think I'm going to hear from them again. I have heard from them. They actually watched the show. We had a production assistant go down there and show it to them 4 times.
Really?
And they released her. They let her come back to L.A.
You wanted to make sure they were okay with the episode.
I wanted them to be okay with it.
Because they were way more serious about it than Bob Saget was.
Well, and they were tongue-in-cheek about it, but they were also like, this is a real thing, Bob.
Yeah,
this is serious.
Don't fuck around, Bob.
And I told you before we came on the air that the guy, Izod, who was in charge of the whole thing, I kept going, you are the grand, and I didn't know what to say. I got to say, the grand poobah. It's all dangerous territory.
Yeah.
And he goes, I am the MC. You know, I'm the master of the, I don't know what he was saying, but I was trying to just stop.
He's the main guy.
He's the main guy, and other guys are holding, you know, I don't want to get killed. And then he kept going to me, that ain't right, Bob, which was my last HBO special. And he goes, I like your comedy, Bob. That ain't right. He just kept saying that off camera the whole time.
You're good.
Yeah,
you smile.
That is not right, sir.
What about Naked Dave, I think?
Yeah, guy came up.
He just walks around naked?
Naked. One guy's named Cooter, one guy's Peckerwood, Stiffy. Naked Dave is just a naked guy, and we scrambled the signal for A&E.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll turn away. Guy. People do turn, and women take their boobs out a lot. So there were women flashing. I actually showed this woman's breast, and it's the narration was, I'm proud of it, said we did not scramble the signal for this. We did not blur the signal. Which
That's what it looks like. They're horrendous. Yes.
What are you looking up right now?
Just something on Facebook.
Does it have friends? Are you looking at friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how many friends do you have? Do you talk about it?
Very few. I'm 300 something. Only mostly.
Oh, this is your personal life.
Yeah. My other one has got 35,000 or something.
Right. Yeah. I have a fan site.
Do you just ignore?
I don't know people.